escape from zip ties. What you're going to do is make sure that the zip ties are cinched down on your wrist really well. The ratchet box is in the center of between both your hands. What you're going to do is stick out your arms as far as you can in front of you. You're going to bring it straight back into your chest, stomach area, and really fast. And that momentum is going to snap the zip ties off. You cannot hesitate on this because you'll hurt yourself and hurt your wrist. I'll demonstrate. And that's how you break out of a zip tie. And we're going to show you how to shim out of handcuffs. We have this Schomer Tech clear cutaway handcuff, and it's a good training tool for learning how to pick it with bobby pins and whatnot. And it's also good to show you guys how the shim actually works. Here's the key style shim and a straight shim, and you can get these in our store. And here's a standard bobby pin. A lot of people don't know, but you can also shim with just the bobby pin by peeling off the little bulb right there. And basically you can use any kind of piece of crap metal that you find that's thin and can slide up in here. But shimming, the technique only works on single locked handcuffs, and what that means is that the double lock is not engaged. When the double lock is engaged, the handcuff won't bend like that right there, or won't go in, the arm won't go in. What you're going to do to shim, you're just going to slide the shim in the side of the handcuff there, and you see it underneath this bottom row, top row of teeth. You're then gonna, at the same time, you're gonna slide the shim this direction and the arm of the handcuff. And what that does is jumps the shim in between these teeth right here, and allows you to slide the handcuff out just like that.
You're gonna need gums, you know, with this aluminum foil thing. We're gonna get one of this, scissors. So then you got one of these pieces. You wanna fold it in half, like this. And then grab your scissors and cut it from this side to the top. And you see how I leave it a little bit? Not too little, but so it looks. And then the other side, and grab it with the other finger. Let's see what happens. See how it's smoking? And today I'm gonna show you how to open a can the Russian way. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab our knife, put it over here on the corner, and just stop it on top of a knife on the handle. Stick it in, like, you know, all the way, kinda, not all the way, but it depends how long is your knife. Do not use crappy knife, use a stone knife, you know, and then change your angle on the side like that. You see how different is the angle now, like almost 90 degrees. And then grab the can by the bottom and hold it tightly, and just with one movement go ahead like that. Then regroup with one movement, go ahead like that. Regroup with one movement, and we got it open. All you're gonna need is just an aluminum can. Cut aluminum can. So then we got this small piece like that, and then we're gonna cut a V-shape style piece. So we ended up with this piece right here. And then usually if you face the lock, it's usually on your left side. It's on my right here. Then we're gonna need to grab this pick we just made and put it next to the bar right here, and kinda smoosh it in like that. Smoosh it inside like that. Got it inside all the way, and then try to turn it by these two pieces. Sometimes it's not so easy. Alright, looks like we got it too. You see how we turned it around, and now just pull it up. How to hack a flashlight. So all you have is one battery, but the flashlight requires two. How can we make it work? You know, with one battery it will not work. Well, all you need is aluminum foil. So it's pretty easy. Fold it in half, and then drop aluminum foil first. Drop it in there. You see how it is in there? And then drop the battery in there. And then screw the flashlight back on. As you can see, it works. survival tip. We're gonna be hacking 823 energizer battery. So let's get to it. Energy is very important, so I'm gonna show you another energy hack. So pretty much we're gonna get our pliers and open this battery. Just grab it and peel it off. And check this out. We're gonna take that paper out and keep opening it. And guess what we're gonna get? Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cell batteries.
Okay, we've got 3 wine glasses here. We're gonna put an ice cube in each one. And this wine glass over here, this will be our control, so we're not going to do anything with this one. This one will stay right here. We've got some regular Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil, heavy duty. Let's take a large sheet here. And what we're gonna do here, guys, we're gonna prove that, one, you can make a Faraday vessel out of any highly conductive material, even aluminum foil. And we are also going to show that exterior, any fields on the outside of the vessel are going to travel around the Faraday vessel, not through it. And we are also going to prove that you don't need to ground your Faraday cage. Okay, here we go. Let's stick these 2 in the microwave and bombard them with microwaves, and let's see what happens. Okay guys, we're bombarding the 2 wine glasses with microwaves. We've got one protected and one not protected. And I don't know if you can tell from the video here, but if you look at your own microwave, you'll notice a screen. And the reason that screen's there is that's what keeps out the microwaves. The holes in that screen are smaller than the width of the wavelength of the microwave. And if you remember from the electromagnetic spectrum, the microwaves are longer than visible light, which is shorter, and that's why you can still see through there, because visible light can get through the screen, but the microwaves cannot. Okay, let's take them out. Okay, let's open this up, and you'll notice the wine glass that was not protected, the ice is totally melted, and this is actually hot. So let's take a look here at the protected wine glass with our little homemade Faraday cage. And we see the control has melted a little bit as well. And to me, it looks very, very similar. This was in the microwave getting bombarded for a minute along with this unprotected glass here. And our control that just set out here, they look pretty close, guys.
Don't eat food if you're dehydrated. The food will soak up whatever water is left, and it will just dehydrate you further to the point where it could be fatal. It's very important to know how to make the SOS signal, both in sound and in light. SOS looks like this: ... The dots signify quick signals, whereas the dashes represent slow signals. Tap, 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 tap.
If you ever find yourself without a clean water source, grab a piece of cloth and 2 containers. Put the dirty water in one container and run the cloth from it to the empty glass. After a short while, you'll have filtered, muck-free water. But remember to boil. Need to find the right direction home? Get a small sliver of metal, such as a needle, and rub it against your clothing several times. Place the needle on a leaf and float it in some water. The needle's gonna point you north.
I'm going to teach you guys how to make a tripwire today. So what you're going to need is a clothespin. It's really simple to do. You can use aluminum foil for the contact points, but it's kind of a cheap way of doing it. I'm going to show you how to make a reusable way that'll last. So we're going to use wood screws that are zinc plated. These pass electricity well for the contacts, positive and negative closed circuit. Need some wire cutters, spray paint, drill bit set with screw gun. Some brown wire, 16, 14 gauge. Just take a look at it. These are going to be the terminal connectors right here. All right, this is a 9/64 drill bit. So the trick to doing this is go like that. Right there, flip it over. Put this like this for now. Yeah, it pretty much has a straight hole through. So I prefer brown wire because it matches the ground. You can also take black spray paint and put a pattern in it. Break up the pattern, but it doesn't really matter. Pick it up a bit. Put it on the proper gauge. I think I'm using 16 gauge wire, if I remember right. There we go. So now we got our ends. Spin them up. Clamp it down. Take these and wrap them around back if you want. Doesn't matter. Offset it like this. See how that's got a fat side right there? That down. Then just get started a little bit. On to the next one. Fat side down. Get it started. Move this out of the way a bit. Okay. Now be careful when you do this so that this doesn't come off. Straighten it out. Now you got this right here set up. But problem with these, get rid of that, is when we use the bolt cutters. This side is deeper and this is more of a flat side, so I want to use this flat side so I can get as close to that as I can when I cut it. I'm sure I can get closer on the next one. Alright, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Nice and clean. Contacts. Now to go spray paint it. Don't spray paint it with it open because you don't want any spray paint on these contacts. So I have this right here hooked up to the the negative side. So this right here, the circuit is between the the negative side right here and the positive side's hooked up. And this is what's blocking it. So now, say this right here, this would be like a twig or something in here, tied off to a piece of copper. And then someone trips the trip line, closes the circuit. See that? And that's how that works. So this would be hidden in the tree. And then a little piece of twig, pull it out, and you trip the circuit. Now the circuit can be an alarm, or it can be an explosive device, or it can be anything that you want it to be. This is for information purposes only.
So now we're gonna share with you guys what an aquaponics system is, and it's pretty much right here. As you guys can see, we got a big tank on the bottom, and this is simply a fish tank. It's holding fish. There's lots of fish growing in there, the tilapia that you can't eat or just keep as pets. And then what happens is the fish are living in the fish tank and they're getting fed with the fish food, which is the only input in this system. The fish eat the fish food, and then guess what? They create waste, much like us, right? The fish make the pee and the poop, and then that basically gets in the water, and then what they do is they take the water and they pump it up into this top bed. And in this top bed, they pump the water up, and then the water filters through this rock here, the cinder, and it basically filters down and then goes back in and then comes back out and sprays back into the tank there. You can see a little where it's spraying out. And what the plants do is the plants actually filter the fish pee and poop and put it back into the water.